Hi there, and welcome. Thanks so much for tapping in here. I'm calling this video, the message that I want to send right now is I'm calling it Missing in Action because I have been missing in action. And for some of you that maybe have just found this channel, you may notice a gap between this video and the ones before it, like a 3-year gap. So, give you a little background here. I started the created really this YouTube channel with a intention and desire really to connect with like-minded folks who are on a spiritual journey and who are curious about really looking at their life journey and kind of exploring what is it about, all the questions. Why are we here? And most importantly, what's going on right now for those of us on this planet. So anyway, I started this whole thing probably about 3 years ago now. It was right before the pandemic, and then shortly into the pandemic that I was recording, and then that's where this gap starts because I stopped recording during the whole pandemic time. So it literally has been about 3 years. And really didn't know or hadn't even thought about whether I'd come back to this or not. It's been a wild ride, to say the least. For the last 3 years, I've definitely come back as a different person. And I've come back now with this almost like a sense of urgency to really contribute to what I see as this, and many see, as an evolution of human consciousness. I really feel that we all need to contribute to get through this in a positive way. So in my small way, this is what I'm attempting to do. And I'm really hoping that I can get some of you to join me. So let me kind of tell you my vision. I envision that we all have our stories, right? We all have our stories of our life journey. And I considered a life journey, what I call a life journey, kind of like either a book, a movie, a play, a beginning, a middle, and an end. And in those chapters or the movie where we're going from one place to another, in that time period, the periods between the beginning, the middle, and the end, we all have our experiences and our stories to share. And we do share oftentimes, with friends or coworkers or whatever. But I think in today's world now, where we're at this moment in time, so it's the end of 2022. In fact, I'm recording this in December of 2022. We've all been through a lot and still very much going through a lot. My hope is to be able to get many of you to come on this channel with me through Zoom, have discussions or interviews about your life journey and the things that you could share that maybe you've, challenges that you've overcome, or stories maybe through this last 3 years of what's it been like for you. I think many of us, for sure, during this 3-year period, have gone through some major transitions, transformations, really. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to do. And I feel like it this way, that if each of us, we all have our unique stories to us. However, they're typically similar to others. And if we can share and have one person, just one person, needing to hear that they listen to you and get something from that, get some help from that, that's huge. And if that same person maybe shares their experience with another person, then that's huge, and you can see where this thing goes. So our life journeys, it's all about stories. I get this picture, this vision, I don't know what to call it, or maybe it's in my imagination, of 8 billion of us sitting around a campfire, and each one of us sharing our life journey in all the different languages, cultures, races, etc. And we're sharing these stories with compassion for one another, with the real caring and love for one another. Yeah, that's my imagination or my vision. I don't know what to call it, but I just see that as something that could be incredibly helpful, I believe, incredibly powerful in some ways. So as I'm returning back to this channel now, I'm going to be talking a lot about what I've been through as well through these last 3 years, where we're at, where are we on this evolutionary process that we're all in. Really kind of explore what are our options now, how are we each experiencing this. These are the things, just a few of the things that I would like to talk about. I mean, there's a zillion things we can discuss. And what I'm really hoping for is that those of you that find this channel and listen will be motivated in some way or another to share your story. I'm just looking for everyday people just like you and me. If you happen to have written a book, great. If you've never written a book, that's good too. But just your unique story. Now you may think, well, my story's not that unique, but your story's important. It's all about story, and that's how we connect as human beings. And I think it's now more than ever, ever, ever that we gather up together and help each other, rather than be divided and coming against each other. I think we're really, when I say I felt a sense of urgency to really come back and contribute in the way, whatever way I can, I think that's true for all of us. We each need to contribute to this process to get through it in a positive way. And, I'm not sure who all of you follow. I follow a lot of different people that I consider to be on track in their thoughts about where we're at in the world at this time. And I think we would all agree that things are not where we would want them to be, and that we have to kind of all come together now. We have to show up and really help one another, help this planet, help this whole process of what we're calling the evolutionary human consciousness process, I guess we could say. That's a mouthful. It's just called an evolution. So I'm hoping that in this idea that as I come back on this channel and start to record on a regular basis again and speak about the different things, and I'll be reaching out to some of you too, as I find you through Facebook or groups, etc., to see if you could have an interest in coming on this channel and having a conversation with me about what's gone on for you. But what I'm definitely looking at is our stories, because that's what I think is most important. Our actual experiences, rather than maybe just what our views, what we think should happen, yada yada. That's fine. That's okay. We need that too. But I think it's our stories, because our stories are so much like others people's stories. That's what we relate to. We really do. We relate to one another's stories. And think about it. It's all story in a way, right? But let's share it in a attitude of reaching out to others, those that are struggling right now, those that are not sure which direction to go, those that are possibly feeling suicidal. That's going on for sure right now. There's so many suffering out there. I guess we all are on some level. So not to make this a downer, but to make it real, to really make it real conversation, is where I'm headed. So I'd like to ask any of you right now that are listening to consider coming on the channel with me, coming on an interview or conversation, talking about your experiences and sharing what you can for others that may be going through the same thing and really need to hear how you handled something. And that would be your contribution to this evolution. That would be a contribution to somebody else moving through their difficulties. And let's just see where this goes. I'm not, I don't know where it's going to go. I think it's going to evolve. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's just going to evolve in exactly the way that will be helpful and supportive of those in need. And basically, we're all in need. That's the truth. So, below the video, I have the detail on how to contact me. So definitely look for that. You may contact me and let me know what your interests are, and we'll touch base and let's get this thing rolling. I'd love to see this become this vision that I'm having become a reality, and hopefully you're going to join me. Thanks for listening, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I have this clicker that's supposed to click this off, but as you can see, I'm clicking, but it's not happening. One more try.